Hi guys, today we are going to be talking about the Turkish Get Up. The Turkish Get Up is a great exercise. It uses your whole body, but it's really complicated. So I'm going to be breaking it down step by step and also showing you how you can program with it, so how you can do your own workouts with the Turkish Get Up. So let's get started. First, you're going to see me in the starting position. My legs out at a 45-degree angle, and as well as my arm. I'm going to come up to my elbow, come up to my hand, pull my leg back and through, sit to my heel, sit up, move my knee, move my foot, and stand all the way up. Then I reverse it. Knee down, foot out, swivel, hand down, kick my leg out, sit to my butt, and slide my arm out to finish. I'm going to put the kettlebell down, wrap it around my head, and come back to the fetal position to start the other side. Now let's break it down a little more step by step so you can really see what I'm doing. In the starting position, you want one hand up and one leg up, one leg down and one hand down. You will see that the knee that is up is the same side as the hand that's up. When you're holding the kettlebell, you want to make sure that it's at a little bit of an angle to your hand. Otherwise, it will put a lot of pressure on the wrist, and you really don't want that pressure on the wrist. Another thing to note with the starting position is that my foot is slightly outside of my glute. So when I look over to my right side, which is the side that my knee is up on, I want to be able to see the heel of my foot. Once you're in that starting position, the next step is to move. I'm going to push through the heel of my right foot to activate my right glute and to roll over to my left elbow. Next is simple. I'm going to place my hand where my elbow just was. After your hand is securely on the ground, you're going to lift up through your hips, so basically do a glute bridge, and then slide your knee back so your hand, your knee, and your foot are in one straight line. After you've done this, you're going to sit back to your heel, just like you're doing a hip hinge, so much like the deadlift. After this, it's simple. You just sit up so your hips are straight. The last steps come pretty quickly, so just be ready for them. You're going to swivel your knee back so it's straight with your front foot. Then you're going to slide your front foot back, and from there you just stand up. And then you're done with the first half of the Turkish Get Up. If you've made it through this far without a problem, you're doing pretty well, so good job. Now all you really have to do is reverse the Get Up, and you're good to go. So how do we reverse the Get Up? Well, from the standing position, all you're going to do is bring your left foot down to a kneel. After that kneel, you're going to swivel your knee so it's back to that straight line. Your hand is not down yet though. You're going to have to move your front foot just a little bit, probably out to the front and slightly to your right. After that is when you place your hand on the ground and send your hips back. From there, you kick your left leg out and place your hips on the ground. After your hips are on the ground, you are free to slide out, either coming to your elbow first or just sliding all the way out into that starting position. So let's watch it again, me doing the full thing top to bottom. I won't talk during this part, so just try to watch and go through the steps on your own. As you can see, I prefer to slide out when I come down from the Get Up, but it's totally valid to drop down to your elbow and then slide out, so whichever you prefer or whichever is easier for you is good. Let's talk about programming a little bit. So when I program the Turkish Get Ups, I do it a couple different ways. Sometimes I'll just throw them in addition to a workout as more of like a core stability workout, and sometimes I'll just make it the workout. So, if I just do a Turkish Get Up workout, it'll take me about a half hour with a warm-up to get through. And one of my favorite ways to do a Turkish Get Up workout is to do 3 weights. So for instance, I'll have a 10 kilogram kettlebell, a 12 kilogram kettlebell, and a 14 kilogram kettlebell. And I'll do 5 reps of the 10 on each side, 3 reps of the 12 on each side, and 1 rep of the 14 on each side. After I build up the pyramid, so I do 5, 3, 1, I will build back down. So then I'll do 1, 3, 5. By the end of that, my shoulders are pretty toast, especially because I have some shoulder stability issues, but whatever works for you, honestly. You can build the pyramids in different ways. You can just grab one weight and do a ton of Turkish Get-Ups with one weight. The great thing about Turkish Get-Ups is that it works your stability like crazy and your strength. So you have to have enough shoulder stability to be able to hold the kettlebell above your head. If you don't have your good range of motion in your shoulder, and if you don't have good shoulder stability, you should either drop the weight or avoid Turkish Get-Ups. Turkish Get-Ups can be used as a tool to improve your shoulder mobility, but only with a professional. So make sure that you're not trying to do it on your own or without someone watching you the first couple times that you try these Turkish Get-Ups. I hope you guys learned something today, and I hope this video was helpful. Give me a big thumbs up if it was, and I'll see you again next week.